Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I got Stuart from tipsterhq.com here with us now. We're going to run through the Europa League Week 1 matches. There are 23 in total. Not all of us can bet on all of them. So we've picked a few here to share with you guys today. Stuart, thanks for being here.
No problem.
Now, like I said, 23 matches. Don't tell me you're betting on all of them.
Well, I found 24, so,
All right, well, this is
going
going to be a long video. Have you managed to whittle it down to a few?
I've managed to whittle it down, and then I've whittled it down some more, and I've come down to 5 bets I'm fairly happy with, I have to say.
5? Yeah, do you know what? Because I went through all the sort of the matches. I think I actually started it with 7, and then I whittled it down to 3. There was a couple of bets that I was unsure about, even the match with Roma. They've obviously been sort of struggling, but hit or miss they are on the road. There was a few I was like, once I sort of looked into more research, it then narrowed it down to 3. So as you've got 5, I've got 3. I'll let you start off with the first 2. Go on.
Okay, well, first one is the very first match on Thursday, Karabag against Liberec. I'm going for a Karabag win. That might surprise a few people, but Karabag, they're a pretty good side. They generally tend to identify and bring through good players, and they've got a manager who does well, getting those players playing good football. So for me, when I saw 1.76 SBO bet, I thought I've got to get on that.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that one as well. I know very little about those teams and history to be able to, but if you say you're going for that one, I trust you, Stuart. What's your second one?
Well, this one that you've already mentioned, Klutzen against AS Roma.
Go on. You're going to go for
Is that
Roma
on your
win?
list? I'm going to go for a Roma win. They are by far the better side. And I think, Italian sides and Spanish sides tend to take the Europa League very seriously. And they will want to go out and they'll want to win this competition. And the best way of doing that is by getting off and getting a win right in the first game.
Yeah.
So, 2.04 Pinnacle. Very good odds.
Yeah, I was tempted by that one. I think they are second favourites behind Manchester United there to win the Europa League. So that was your 2. All right, I'll move on. Feyenoord versus Manchester United. Surprise, surprise. I don't normally play my team to win, but I am this time actually. 1.86 Pinnacle. Obviously, Manchester United did suffer their first blow of the new season, 2-1 against Manchester City. However, they are strong. They're a strong team. They're strong this year. And they are, like I said, favourites to win the Europa League. And I think 1.86 at Pinnacle has to be the way to go for this match. Are you taking Manchester United?
They're not on my list, I have to say.
You are missing out, Stuart.
I'm not sure. You have to look and say, how are this lot going to cope with this defeat? It was a pretty big defeat at the weekend. And that kind of game can be tough to shake off and move on to the next one. Mourinho, good manager, very good manager, but he's not exactly a fan of the Europa League, is he?
Yeah, well, right now it's their only ticket into the Champions League, so I think they're going to go for it.
Or they could qualify through the league.
All right, next match.
You want mine?
Yes, please.
I'm going to go for Zoria.
That's why you're here, Stuart.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going for Zoria against Fenerbahce, and I'm going to go for a Fenerbahce win. A lot of sides would be intimidated by going away, but if there's any side in the world that can cope with an intimidating atmosphere, it would be Fenerbahce. Let's put it that way. 1.8 with William Hill. I'm happy with those.
Yeah, that was another match I was looking at as well as part of my 7. Second match for me is Young Boys versus Olympiacos. Olympiacos win 2.5 Pinnacle. I think Olympiacos are in fantastic form right now. They've scored 6 goals in their opener match. They haven't lost a match in 4. Young Boys are in second in the Swiss league, and I just don't think that they are. I think Olympiacos are going to make it tough for them. Also, like both teams to score in the over in that match as well.
Both teams to score on the over, I could agree with, but not on your match odds selection, I have to say. Young Boys have got a plastic pitch, which can take a bit of time to get used to. Players find it difficult to adapt to that kind of surface quickly. So, Olympiacos could get caught out.
All right. Feeling a bit unnerving now about my tips. All right, what's your next one?
I'm moving to a French side. I live in France, so it's looking at one of their games, Nice versus Schalke. Now, Nice managed to get a win at the weekend, and Mario Balotelli got off the mark with his first goals for the club. But Nice versus Schalke, I think this is going to be a different game. I think it's going to be quite tight because Schalke are a good defensive side. They lost at the weekend, but they only lost by 2 goals to Bayern Munich, who aren't a bad team themselves. So I'm going under 2.5 goals, 1.73 with Pinnacle.
Yeah, again, and that was another bet that I was looking at, but with the two recent sort of Schalke losses, a little bit nervous, but yes, you're right, strong defensive, so maybe the under 2.5 goals is the way to go. Right, final match I've got is Konyaspor versus Shakhtar Donetsk, going for the straight Shakhtar win, 1.9. Obviously, they made it to the semis last year, losing to Sevilla, and I think 1.9 Pinnacle is a pretty good price. Are you with me on that one?
It's not one of the bets I've got down on my list, but yeah, I think you're doing okay. It's one that made me a little bit nervous, so I stayed away from it.
Yeah, funny enough, we all got different matches this week. What have you got?
My last one, AZ Alkmaar against Dundalk. Dundalk did really well through the Champions League qualifying stages, and I think they fell at the final hurdle, and so they're in the Europa League now. But they faced some tough sides along the way, and I think they're going to face another one now. AZ Alkmaar are not an easy side to beat, and I'm taking AZ Alkmaar minus 1.5 goals, so 1.83 with Bet Victor on that.
All right, great stuff. So those are our Europa League picks there. Guys, let us know. Do you agree with us? If you've got some of the matches that you like instead, let us know. Stuart, thanks for joining us.
Do your research before you bet. Check out our ratings guide to see which books have the best ratings and sign-up bonuses. Open up several accounts. Shop for lines at sbrodds.com. Always be ahead of the game.